Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
If you have travel plans, make sure you leave your Note 7 at home or you'll be fined.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on this Friday night. Starting tomorrow at noon, you won't be able to bring your Note 7 on any airplane.
The Department of Transportation issued an emergency order to ban them after reports of the phones catching fire. They say the risk is too great, calling them forbidden hazardous material.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson has what you need to know before traveling.
You're looking at video of an exploding smartphone battery. It's a demonstration of the dangers caused by the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. The phone has caused around 100 fires so far.
The root problem with lithium-ion batteries is essentially that there's a lot of energy stored inside a tiny little device.
Incidents like this one on a Southwest plane are why the phone is being banned from all flights.
It has been known to cause fires.
If you try and bring it in, you won't be allowed to board the plane.
If you have a substantial fire, you can actually cause a very catastrophic situation for the crew who may not be able to control the airplane.
You can't carry it on board or in your checked luggage. Locally, administration at Hector International Airport says the ban is between passengers and the airline themselves. TSA won't be checking for the phones, and airports have nothing to do with it. But if you're caught trying to smuggle it on board, the phone could be confiscated and you could face fines or criminal charges. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
If you are currently traveling with a Samsung Galaxy Note 7, you should contact Samsung to return it and get a replacement phone. We have recall information on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com.
One side of the street, only a few $1,000s. The other side, pushing 30. That's what residents along North Broadway in Fargo say is the situation as crews install a 30-inch force main pipe from downtown north to the sewage treatment plant. The residents say this doesn't benefit them in the least. They just have to pay for it. The city says the work needed to be done because of EPA regulations and to avoid flooding from heavy rains. But residents say they aren't buying it, just paying for it.
It's basically an infrastructure change that's required because of the growth of the city down further south. The only thing that we seem to be getting as a benefit from it is the benefit to pay for it.
Click on this story at valleynewslive.com for more information from the city on how special assessments work.
Traveling supporters of e-cigs made a stop in Fargo tonight. The Right to Vape tour dropped by Infinite Vapor downtown. The tour is traveling to 20 different states over the course of 4 weeks, and their purpose, bring awareness to the recent regulation decision by the FDA to deem e-cigs and vapor products as tobacco. Organizers also spoke about Measure 4 here in North Dakota and the negative effect it can have on local businesses.
This tax is going to have disastrous impact on businesses like this, but certainly the vagueness of it, especially when there's already a surplus for the specifically designated funds, that it's removed from authority from the state legislature, it's going to have a horrible impact on consumers and businesses.
To read all about Measure 4 or learn more about the other measures, visit valleynewslive.com and click on the Election tab.
Police are looking for 3 men after they allegedly robbed a man at a Grand Forks hotel. It happened at the Travel Lodge on South Washington Street early this morning. The victim called police just before 6 a.m., saying 3 men pushed their way into his hotel room and assaulted him. He says they took his wallet, cash, 2 cell phones, and his 1998 Dodge Caravan. Police were able to locate the van, but never did find the suspects. They're described as 3 white men wearing dark hoodies, approximately 30 years old, 5'9", with medium builds. If you know anything about this, you're asked to call Grand Forks Police.
It is Friday, so it's time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Dylan Eielson is wanted for felony reckless endangerment and DUI, or reckless driving resulting in injury or death. That's his picture on your screen now. Call your local enforcement if you have any information on his whereabouts.
And updating the case of last week's Valley's Most Wanted, Jody Hollenquist is in custody. He was wanted for domestic assault, disorderly conduct, and running from police. That makes 537 people named as the Valley's Most Wanted who have been rounded up.
You were there tonight. The 42nd annual ValleyCon is lifted off in Fargo. The three-day festival is the area's largest and longest-running pop culture celebration.
Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons looks into what makes it such a positive experience.
Kaylin Baines has been to ValleyCon many times. She enjoys checking out the different booths, but her favorite part of this festival is getting to dress up.
I'm a Ghostbuster, and I dressed up like this because I was watching the movie.
Both her and her older sister are partners in crime for this occasion, but if a ghost should make an appearance, we may have ourselves a problem.
Run.
Run? What do you mean run?
I'm scared of ghosts.
There's comics, art, toys, video games, or even taking a seat on this sci-fi stage. It's a guaranteed fun-filled weekend for the whole family. There's also Valley News Live faces at one booth and another television face at another.
From 1985 to 1995, I was on TV as Mad Frank.
He still wears his character's hat and tie, but since his role that made him famous globally, he's done other work not in the spotlight, from teaching and now being crafty with his art. But it still brings a smile to his face when people recognize him from the small screen.
It's been, 20-some years or so, and they still remember me, so that's kind of fun.
And if you want to show off some of your work, there's other opportunities for you here.
We actually have professional workshops going on for writers and authors and artists.
A place for you to take on another persona. Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
For more information about what ValleyCon 42 has planned for this weekend, head over to valleynewslive.com.